forcing yourself into something doesn't mean that you belong there. You can force yourself to fit in. You can force other people to fit in. Actually, you can't actually fucking do that. And that's part of why I'm making this video, because I've experienced people forcing me into groups of people, into settings that I did not want to be a part of. And I wanted to be there because I had to, but also being a part of it while standing out. And I am the one who controls if I fit in and when I fit in and how I fit in or if I fit in, and not someone else. And someone else put that on me in a very violent way to fit in. And I felt very threatened, and I take full responsibility for me and my choice. However, they put a lot of pressure on my choice to the point where I thought, like, die or fit in, you know? So that's like the extreme. But this goes on in life all the time. Like the peer pressure of you have to do this like we do to fit in, or like, why are you not drinking? Come on, drink more, drink. Or, you know, like there's peer pressure in all kinds of ways that are about people not accepting that you are different than them, because then you might be better than them, and they can't cope with that, so they gotta pull you down with them. And don't ever let that happen to you. Like, don't ever let that happen to you. I wish somebody told me this and taught me this as a child. So what happens in my life is that I always tried to fit in, and what happens next is that something happens that is like a traumatic happening that then sets me back in a way that makes me unable to be in that place physically, because I might not be able to work anymore because I get sick or something like that. I get unable in some way, and then I get back into a support system that is outside of the normal functioning world, you know? And that's been my life in the past, and I'm seeing now that it kept on happening until I actually embraced that I'm meant to stand out. I'm not meant to fit in. I am meant to be able to follow is a good thing, and it can be impossible to make great things happen in life if you can't take advice from qualified people that can help you forward, and you can't follow them to get to where you want to be. That's a problem. If you're so rebellious, which I used to be, that I couldn't do that. So I had to also learn to fit in and to be put in a structure, and to learn to move in a structure. But then comes a point where I felt like I actually had that, and the setback happened again. So I'm like, okay, universe, maybe I did learn now to work within a structure, and maybe now it's time to stand out with that and create my own structure to stand out in, or to work within, but also to stand out in. And this is a kind of a powerful point of view, because if I may say so myself, because it's actually very Age of Aquarius, like you standing out as you specifically as an individual in a setting of other people, in a bigger setting, and that is where we're headed. And it's an art form to be able to do that, and it's all about having the ability to anchor yourself in yourself and accept that we're different. Everybody's different. However, we are also all the same on like a human level, but we're not the same on an individual level, basically. Hopes and dreams and abilities and gifts and stuff like that, and there has to be room to unfold our uniqueness, positive uniqueness, abilities, that our talents, that exactly I have, that exactly you have, that exactly everybody has in their life, that are their resources to make it big and make it their life and their soul's purpose come true in life. We're all equipped with exactly what we need and want to live the life that our soul is here to want to experience. And that kind of is lost if we're always bulldozing each other into a box and never getting to stand out. So getting to stand out and allowing people to stand out and be sassy and have character and personality, and allow that without actually feeling like you have to destroy that to make them all equally quiet. And like, there will be people that are louder than other people in life, and that's because that's their gift, and not all people have the talent of being loud and opinionated. You know? So acknowledging what our talents are in life and nurturing them, and not nullifying the gifts that we actually got here with. So the way I see it, belonging is what happens when we choose to stay in a relationship, in a setting, in a place that we feel we belong in, we feel connected there. And not because we fit in because we're alike, but because we belong there, because we feel loved, seen, heard, cared for, reciprocated, and all the good things, you know? And it feels like belonging is a place where you can always come back to, and you don't feel the need to move on all the time or get to a different place or different destination. You enjoy getting back there, returning to that place all the time. And that's what belonging is to me. And we can actually belong in the world. We can work with that concept, making it very small, belonging in your own body, belonging in your vision, your own soul. That's belonging. And that might be the first step of belonging. And then we can make it a very big concept about belonging in this world. There's always, you might not feel like you belong any specific place in the world, but you belong in the world. And you are in the world, and you're a human being, and you belong in the world. And then there's the belonging that is like the specific destinations, places, buildings, communities, all of that. And it's great to actually become aware of what belonging feels like to you and where you think you belong. If you could actually choose it yourself, which you can. Belonging is not, and that was my initial point, and with telling you the story about my the forcing of the belonging, like, it's never anybody else's decision if you fit in, or if they claim you as theirs. Like, you belong with me. I don't feel belonging with you, so no, I don't. Whereas you can be programmed in a way so that the mind just pleases that, which whoever says you belong with me. I guess I do. So become very strong and aligned in knowing who you belong to, yourself first and foremost, and where you belong and where you want to belong, and how you see yourself, your greatest, highest self, most expressed, perfectly lived out, fulfilled self. Where does she or he belong? Where do you belong? Belonging can also be not a place, it can also be a transition. You might feel very belonging in constant transition. You might feel a sense of belonging in getting lost. Just wasting yourself. I wouldn't recommend that, because I feel like I want to encourage you that you are worth making something of in this life, of yourself, and worth using your creative power to create and not just to waste yourself. But I'm not to say what your soul wants to experience in this life. But you can find a sense of belonging in that, and the sense of belonging, the definition of that and where you belong can change throughout the years as you get awareness of this. And that's also a great thing to get awareness on, because if you feel lost all the time and you're kind of enjoying it, but you also want to make something out of yourself and your life, it might be great to actually stop feeling belonging in getting lost and feel belonging in a material world where people actually make things all the time and dreams become real all the time, and it's all a solid world. And personally, for me, that's where I feel a lot of belonging. And I feel very at home in positive, sunshiny, palm trees, material worlds where people connect, they celebrate, they have fun together, they show partnerships in public because there's no shame. They do all these things. I find belonging in places like that. And so that is what I am currently, that is what I am specifically building my life towards. So what are you building your life and belonging towards? Where do you belong?